Well, with the new school year upon us, it's the perfect time for students to consider new passions and creative outlets, especially with performing arts. CYT is offering a unique way for them to experience it. Here to talk all about it are Jake Coffin, Grace Adair, and Colin Michele. Nice to have all of you here.
Thanks.
Thank you.
It's a pleasure. So, Jake, let's start with you. You and your wife are directing CYT Tucson's upcoming production of Cinderella. So, what do you want aspiring actors to know about this fairy tale?
Well, first of all, it's not Disney's Cinderella. It's Rodgers and Hammerstein's Cinderella. That's important to know because when Cinderella was done the first time, I was actually in CYT as a student. And so it's probably about Colin's age. And I heard that they were doing Cinderella. I was like, I don't want to do that because that's like, it's going to be all girls. It's going to be all girls, and it's either going to be Prince Charming or no one. So I didn't want to do it. Having read the script and seeing it though for my own, the Rodgers and Hammerstein version, it's hilarious. It's fun. There's tons of parts for really everybody, especially guys. So I would extend that invitation to anyone. Just to know that you're actually going to be part of a really funny, whimsical, magical show that's kind of fresh and different.
Yeah, and obviously you need a good script, you need a good show and a good premise, but you have to have the talent behind it, not only as directors, but of course as actors. And so what can you tell us about what CYT is doing, not only in Tucson, but really around the world?
Well, CYT, this is CYT Tucson, but CYT is actually the largest youth theater program in the nation, and now it's actually even expanded a little bit, even globally. Just a couple weeks ago, they finished doing working with Theater Arts Projects. CYT was partnered with them to actually bring CYT a theater to Uganda, as that's actually that country's 50% youth. So they've got just a huge need for something for their youth there, and so CYT brought it to them there. We're all over the country. CYT prides itself on actually being really the forerunner and the forefront for just the highest standards, ethically, artistically, technically. If you want your kids to be a part of a program that is really puts the kids first, pours into their lives, and teaches them excellence in the theater arts, I mean, this is the place to be. It's hopping.
Yeah, and Grace has been smiling the whole time because I'm sure you agree with a lot of what Jake is saying. So what would you say to another actor or actress who are hesitant about auditioning for this type of show?
Well, everybody's nervous the first audition, but what's great about CYT is that you do classes before, which really help you and just get your confidence up about auditioning. And I remember my first audition, as soon as I got there, everybody was so supportive, and everybody's just really a big family, and it's just really great to be a part of.
Yeah, it's nice to have that support. I mean, you're putting yourself out there. You're going out on a limb, and having that supportive background, having those people cheering you on really makes a big difference. So what drew you to be involved in community theater?
Well, when I was about 6 or 7, my mom took me to see a CYT production, Oliver, and I remember just walking in, and I watched it, and I was like, it was really just a huge, like, Broadway production. And I told her later that day, I want to be a part of this, and here I am 7 years later, and I'm so glad I joined because there's just amazing friendships, and it's just a great experience.
Totally, and it's amazing how your experience builds on itself, right? You start to become more and more confident. Colin, you must feel that way too. With the classes you've taken, you've probably gotten a lot out of them.
Yeah, we have actually a lot of selections. I've gone through dance classes, singing classes, all that jazz, and we have a great selection this season. We have some about acting. We have one even about writing our own musical, and it's really cool, and it makes the experience so much more fun to go through all this.
Yeah, I mean, there's so many aspects to theater, right, that people don't see when they go and watch a play. There's so much going on in the background and so much preparation that goes into it, like choreography, for instance. How do you learn those steps in time for the shows?
Well, the period in which we have to learn it is about 10 weeks, which is normally like ample time to get really comfortable with it.
Right.
And there are periods during rehearsal where you have a break, so you can use that to rehearse it and get really comfortable with it. And in my experience, everyone is always happy to help. So you can ask one of your fellow castmates, and they're always there and happy to help.
Definitely. And Jake, what's it been like for you? I mean, you started at CYT as an actor, now you're directing. Is that sort of the circle of life that you've seen for a lot of CYT actors?
circle back.
Sing it.
Yeah. Oh, I will. Don't encourage me. Yes, actually, and you know, even with CYT, like this, CYT has just been such a huge part of my life. When my family first moved to Tucson, it's actually what got me plugged in. Just like what she was saying, a family is such a good way to describe it. And I went through all the way. I'm still connected with so many alumni of CYT. I actually went to college where the founder of CYT, Paul Russell, was actually the dean of the performing arts there.
Well, and that too, there's so much history and there's such a great family behind it all, and I want to get them to the website and the phone number so they can learn more about it. But thank you all so much for coming here and telling us all about your creative process.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Alex.
Upcoming fall session classes begin August 12th and 13th. If you'd like to learn more on enrollment or about any of the upcoming performances, visit cyttucson.org or call 520-751-7510.